Good morning. Today you're thinking about how it's going to be when you go back to work. Your baby's 6 months old. You were very enthusiastic 6 months ago when you said to your employer, in 6 months I'm coming back for sure. My baby will be ready to stay at home or to be in some sort of infant care outside of the house. Somebody will take care of my precious little one, and I'll be ready to come back to work. Don't worry, I'm on top of it. I'm your girl. And today, unfortunately, you are realizing that 6 months is too soon to go back to work, right? It's too soon. Your baby is still a little baby. You thought that in 6 months she would be so independent. She would sleep by herself in her bed, and you'll be able to extract milk and just hand it over, and it will be all sorted. Maybe by 6 months also she will be talking already, changing her own diapers, going to school. All the good things that every parent thinks their child will be doing at 6 months, because of course your child is special. There's no other child like that. It's the very first child of the world, and yeah, your child can make it. And you're realizing slowly that you were a bit too ambitious, right? You were too ambitious. You thought that you would make it all happen, which is actually not possible. There's no 6-month-old baby that can do all these things, that can be so independent, that can be eating solid so well and everything. Just the perfect life that you saw on some glimpse of Instagram, how the moms were showing how they, managing their 6-month-old. Yours is different, but actually, is it? Yours is not different. Yours is just a normal baby. The ones on Instagram are not real babies. Those babies don't exist. Those are just glimpses of 2 milliseconds of photography, videos that are posted online to make you, mothers like you, to make you feel inappropriate, to make you feel as if you're less than, to make you feel as everything you're doing will never be enough because the Instagram baby is weaning well, is eating their solids, maybe already crawling, walking, going to the supermarket, everything that one is supposed to be doing at 6-month-old. Yours is not. I just want you to know your baby is very normal. Your baby is fine. Normal is also good enough. Okay? It's also good enough. 6 months is too early to go back to work. It's too early. For some people, 6 months might work if they have a social network that they can be privileged enough to afford or to have, because they were lucky, they were born in the right family, they were born in the right neighborhood, they were born with a star on their head. That's not granted by default. It's a real big privilege to have the right social setting for your child to be then handed over at 6 months, and then you can go to work and kick asses and be so wow, super performant, and everything works well for you. It's not the case for 99% of the rest of us, all the other women. Okay, it is tough. You have to organize child care registration for your baby. Sometimes you have to be on a waiting list for years to be able to afford it at the right place for your location. Sometimes you have to go somewhere else, far away from where you live. It is a big nightmare. Okay, it is a huge organization feat that you have to do. You have to make sure that everything works, and in the end it will not even work, because children are children. Last night the baby didn't sleep, today they have a flu, maybe they start growing a tooth. You don't know, anything can happen. So yes, if you feel though like you want to go back to work and you have some sort of help that you organize for yourself, go for it. Go for it, But before you go back to work, I just want to find out, did you have specific conversations with your partner? How old are you? Are you is it just before your 30s? You're one of the proud, courageous young lady that has her baby before 30. She's in a relationship with somebody and you're living together. You haven't thought about marriage, because who should think about marriage? It's for old people. And yeah, you're realizing now that you're not married. You're living with this person that is now your co-parent partner, and you realize that you haven't sorted the basics, which is, how are you going to start living now? Are you going to have a joint account together? Are you going to make sure that you have a joint pot of money? Are you going to make sure that you keep separating your bills as you've been doing so far, that everybody pays for their coffee, but both of you pay for the rent or the mortgage, whichever way works for you? How did you sort that out? Those are very important conversations. Are you a Swiss citizen, or are you a foreigner living in Switzerland with a B permit, C permit, whichever F permit that you have? If this is your case, if you're a foreigner, is your partner also a foreigner in Switzerland? Those are very important questions, because once you decide to not go back to work, because you should be able to decide to not go back to work. No, your child doesn't need 1 million right up front on your bank account for you to be able to have a baby. Babies don't cost that much on average if you go for the things, for the necessities, okay? You don't have to buy a Lamborghini for your child. You don't have to go buy the best new pram that self-soothes the baby and eventually also breastfeeds the baby. No, you don't need a pram like that. What you need is a pram that can roll, that can carry your baby, and so forth. That's for another video. So, did you speak with your partner about what it is that you actually need as a new family unit? Are you going to joint your finances? Are you going to keep your finances separated? How do you make sure that you're safe in case you do not want to go back to work? In case you think that, you know, this is not for you at this stage, 6 months is too soon, you would like to stay home with your baby. Or if you're going back to work, how did you sort the finances with your partner? Are you on your own now? Did you decide to separate because you know this new child thing is not for both of you? Or all these questions matter. If you're a Swiss citizen in Switzerland, so, you know, it's a very different situation altogether, because employment and your B permit are very much correlated as a foreigner in Switzerland, but as a Swiss person, you have different options, okay? You're home, and now you have to organize still the joint or the not so joint finances. That's one thing. Second thing is, how helpful has your partner been so far the past 6 months? How helpful has it been? How did you adjust to the new motherhood so far? How did you adjust? How does your day look like? What are the tasks that you do on a daily basis? Yes, they're repetitive, but what are they? What are those tasks exactly? Are you able to say that you can delegate now some of these tasks and go back to work, or you think that is too soon? Again, how has it been with your partner so far? Your partner was the person that will, in between the breastfeed, play with the baby, take care of the baby, or your partner was at work the whole day, making sure that there's an income that comes to the family. How did you organize that so far? It's very important. Because if you want to think about going back to work after 6 months, you need to make sure that your partner or your social circle is organized for that. So your social network is organized. You are set. You know where the child is going to be. You know which nursery can welcome your baby. You've already been there for the trial days. You feel like you're in trust, the place seemed okay for you, everything that matters to you ticks the box. Good, you have your nursery organized. Or maybe now, closer to the day of start of your work, you think, I don't want to do it. I don't even remember what is my password at work. I don't remember how to even type because, you know, the pregnancy stupidity ate all my brain. You know, all I care about now is child, family, myself, the husband. That's all I care about. Or my partner. That's all I want to think about. The rest doesn't really matter to me. This is how I want to see my life now. I don't want to go back to work. Okay? If you don't want to, please communicate that to your partner. Express it. Speak about it. Mention it. Make sure that the other person understands why, or actually knows that you do not want to go back to work. Please make sure that you communicate this wish. Don't make the person be flabbergasted when you wake up on the day of going back to work and say, I'm not going, not feeling like. Please make sure that you communicate, that you organize yourself. You make sure that you have some backup plan, financially especially, because if finances add up to the amount of pressure or stress that you have during motherhood, it makes things a bit more difficult. Okay? So please speak about it. So now you decided that you want to go back to work, your social circle is organized, you maybe have a nursery, but mentally you're completely wrecked. You have 6 months now overdue of sleep. You do not sleep. You sleep like very less, or you have disrupted sleep, because that's what motherhood is. Okay, unfortunately it is that. Your sleep hasn't been the best of sleep since 6 months. Your partner normally also not so much, and you are thinking about if you can actually spend the whole day being at some work without having yourself a siesta. Okay, because so far at some point during the day your child will snooze and then you will just crash on the floor somewhere, on the mattress or on some couch or in a chair somewhere with your mouth open, drooling, and just sleep, because you know a human being needs sleep. Okay, so how do you want to do it? I want you to think about these points, because most of the time one expects that mothers that gave birth recently, 6 months is very recent, okay? You're a new mom. 6 months ago, a person that gave birth 6 months ago should go back in shape, have this superb new body, and just be fit, never be angry, always in a good mood, loving their baby to death. And you know, everything should be fantastic. You're a fantastic partner also in bed. You're just cuddly, you're mother nature, everybody, you know, you just love everyone and your life is superb. Yeah, okay. I think by now you know that this is a lie. You are the grumpiest person in the world, okay? You have your emotions that go up and down. You are wondering if you're going crazy. Maybe your hair falling, you have a big time hair fall, your teeth are looking like you need a dentist already 1 year ago and you're just not on top of it. Your personal care is on fire, you know, and you don't smell like roses all the time, because you know, when can you have a shower if you don't even sleep? So all these things that you're discovering are not working according to the plan that you had eventually are absolutely normal. For you to raise a baby, okay, that baby needs to get a little bit of your life, because to make life grow, you need to put a bit of your life in that thing. Nothing just grows well without effort. Effortlessly growing or being independent eventually for your child depends on how much of yourself you put in this. This is one of the things that are not said enough. You give a lot of your life to your child so your child can have their own life. It is how it works. Your sleep, your sanity, your health in general, yes, that you put in this is very much worth it. I hope you know that by now. You've seen it every day, waking up, making sure that you do the best for your family, the best for your child. I don't know how it is for you, if it brings you that reward yet, or if you're still discovering what it is, motherhood for you. please know that it is all worth it. It is totally worth it. And eventually, the more you will see your child being responsive, because yeah, I agree with you. Before 6 months, before even a year, it's just slavery, you know. They're just there. You're just doing everything for them. You don't know, are you doing it well? Are you not doing it well? Nobody knows. Yeah, but eventually they will start telling you, "Mommy, I don't like this. You're not doing it well. Please stop doing it." And for me, that's my favorite time of motherhood, when actually you get the feedback on the job that you're doing. That when the person tells you, yeah, you know, this you're doing well, this you're not, and like that you can adjust and also grow with your child. But just hang on there. 6 months is already a good time that you did. The baby is still alive. You are surviving somehow. Please make sure that you reduce your expectations. Reduce your expectations. And if you can, stay away from Instagram, because when you go online shopping for diapers, when you go online shopping for that new pram or shopping for that bed or whatever that you buy for babies, all this algorithm make sure that they just use your data. And then on Instagram, suddenly you have all this mom content that you get, or the perfect baby with the cute cheeks that are so really plumbing, and they're just looking at their mom. Their life is so perfect, everything is so good, but your child is just, you know, yeah, being a baby, and then theirs is just perfect. I don't think one needs that. Their babies are not perfect. It's just a very tiny glimpse, a tiny insight in what they do during the day. That's not 8 hours of their day like that. That's not 10 hours of their day like that. Please know that, okay? So I want you to be having less expectations, because all these expectations, this perfectionism of, yeah, my motherhood will be different, I'll be so good, and my child will be perfect. Well, a normal child is also good. A perfect child doesn't exist, just like a perfect adult doesn't exist. It's just ideals that we need to pump our head, to fill up our heads with, so we feel miserable. You don't need to feel miserable. You already don't sleep enough. You already maybe eat, like, you know, when you can, and up and down. Please make sure that, you know, you stay on top of that. The expectations and the social media, those two things, they're deadly for you, a good time in your motherhood. Okay, you will make it. Your baby's fine. Hopefully your baby's healthy. And if your baby has difficulties with their health, I wish you that you find the right place, the right specialist that can help you with your baby's health problems, that you can solve them, and that you can be there as much as you can. I really wish you that. I really wish you that, because motherhood is also that, you know, discovering the resilience that you have, discovering, you know, the solution finding skills that you have, how you can adapt, how you can, you know, feel something is wrong with my baby and you really act on it. I really wish all the mothers out there that, you know, if you are a mother since 6 months or since a year, more, 2 years, and you're considering going back to work, please think about those things first. Finances, your status in Switzerland, foreigner, not foreigner, Swiss citizen, not Swiss citizen, making sure that you improve your communication at home, you know, that you speak with your partner, that they know where you're feeling, because the more you initiate or you bring that communication in your family, the better it will be. Because most people really believe that, you know, for the family to be well, all have to put their energy on this new baby. Of course the baby needs that energy, of course, and you do it anyways. Your sleep, your time, your attention, your love, the care, everything you do already for that baby. But what you should always remember as well is equally as relevant it is the care and the love that you give to each other, to the partner that you have, the communication, the companionship, the friendship that you develop, the open conversations that you have, because you should have many, and you might have many, and that's very good for you. That's how you get to navigate this new life of yours. because your life is new. You're reinventing yourself. That person that existed before is dead. That person is dead. They're not here anymore. They're not here physically, spiritually, and spiritually. It's also a new person. Before you were without child, and now you are with child. It's a very new dynamic in your whole life. The spiritual being that you are has changed. The stretch marks that you have, I don't know, scan or all these things that they say they use, I don't believe that it goes away. Those stretch marks are not for life. Your belly that used to touch your knees and now it's a bit up now, your boobs that are just on fire, I don't know how it's going to get better. For me, you know, after 4 children, I've had 4 children so far, and I'm just getting to rediscover my body again. Some things shrank, like the boobs and so on, and some things just, you know, it's just for life like that. You can't do anything about it, and that's okay, because the real joy that I find in my daily life is to know that I'm here to assist somebody with their life, to find out, I'm about to find out how it's going to turn out with those children that I've been putting my life in, investing my time, giving them the love that I can give, the companionship, because they're my friends also. We speak a lot, we share ideas, they inspire me very much, and that's what I really wish you, that you discover that for yourself, whichever way that works for you. And if you want to go back to work, do that. Please prepare. If you want to stay at home, do that. Please prepare. Both options are available to you, and you should choose the one that works best for your family. See you another time, and have a lovely day.